is finally here, calling all cigar enthusiasts, brands, and lounges. Labor Day weekend, Saturday, September 4th, Five Stakes Investment Group brings you the Garcella Cigar Music Festival. For the first time ever, we're bringing together over 30 cigar brands and vendors with the DFW's hottest cigar lounges. And that's not all. That evening, we're rocking out to the soulful sounds of Tony.
Yeah.
Tony.
Let's get personal. Me and you.
Kiki White.
We'll be loving till the break of day.
Ro James.
Come on, give me that green light.
Performing the Cupid Shuffle live. Cupid. Hosted by comedian D. Ellis. Limited reserved and lawn seating. So get your tickets today at Garcella.com. GARCHELLA.com. Saturday, September 4th, Labor Day weekend at the legendary DFW South Fork Ranch. Be there.
Who the hell is interrupting my kung fu?
You ain't gotta get ready if you stay ready. You ain't gotta get ready if you stay ready. Stay ready been down me since day one, baby. Stay ready, let's go.
Already.
Bliss on the beat, baby.
Man, what up, world? What up, Fight Family? It's your boy Mac, StayReadyBoxingTV, coming at you with some news you can use and another episode of Ringside Views. And I got my co-host with the most 503 line with me today, and I got a special guest, Austin, no doubt, Trout. What's up with it, champ?
Hey, man, all love on life is good. I'm blessed to be here. Thank y'all for having me.
Man, I appreciate you coming through. What's up with it, 503?
Salute to you, bro. Salute to the champ, Austin Trout, for tapping in with us, man. Appreciate you.
That's
How you feeling
good.
today, man?
I'm feeling great. You know, I got
Okay.
a fight coming up, and I'm feeling real good. My weight's good. Everything's good.
Already, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see you, Mark Wonderlick. I see Omega Red in the building. I see D. Walker. I see Kevin Dunbar. I see Anthony Bowden, Joseph Townsend, KT, Mr. Everything's Boxing. Man, I appreciate y'all coming through, man. And salute to y'all for showing up. Man, how is camp going so far, Austin?
Camp's good, man. I'm sharp. We've been training for a while. You know, we thought we were supposed to fight in July. We had a full camp for July. It didn't happen, but we just stayed in the gym. You know, now we get to Rumble August 13th.
Already. You got you fighting Alejandro Davila, huh?
Yeah, you know, 22-2, tough cat. He's trying to make the most out of my name, so I know he's gonna bring it, but I'm gonna make the most out of his record.
Already. What's what weight are y'all fighting at?
This fight will be at junior middleweight, 154.
Okay, I remember you was talking about going down to welter.
I'm still doing it. My last two fights were at 147. You know, those fights I wanted to see if I could make it. I made it. Then I wanted to see if I could go rounds at 47. I went rounds, and now I'm just waiting for a decent name to you know make me have to go back down to 147. Until then, like I'm open to all the smoke, 54, 60, and 47.
Oh shit! All three. You say you don't give a damn, right? No doubt. 503.
Yeah, man. I wanted to ask you, bro. How does it feel to be in boxing this long and have like a career that you had? Because I mean, you pretty much done fought everybody. You know, guys like Canelo, from the Charlo brothers to Hurd. How does it feel, man, to still be in the game and doing what you're doing at a high rate?
It's a blessing, man, for real. Because I look at a lot of my peers, some that are still doing it, some that are not still doing it, and they're not doing it because they didn't want to. They're not doing it because they can't. I'm looking at some of my peers that are still fighting. I'm like, bruh, if I ever get like you make sure you tell me stop fighting. They're walking funny, talking funny, can't remember nothing. Um, so it's a blessing to be able to still compete at this level for this long.
What is what is speaking of a lot of those old fights, you had Canelo. That was one of your biggest fights of your career, and that was the first time I've heard of open scoring in Texas. I've never heard of that before in my life, ever.
Yeah, yeah, and you probably ain't never heard of it afterwards neither, because it was done and then it was done away with. Seems like it was a rule made up specifically and only for that fight.
Because you was working them, and then you seen what happened.
I had to change up my game plan. I had to change up my whole style. Everything we worked on, we had to throw out the window because after the fourth round, no judge gave me any card, any round. I was down 0-4 on all three judges' scorecards. So my coach was like, "All right, boxing ain't working. Go get him." And I have yet to see Canelo run as much as he did in my fight until he fought Triple G the second time. But that's
Yeah.
neither here or there. You know what I'm saying? Canelo, he's doing what he's doing. He's the GOAT right now, the greatest of our time. And it was definitely an honor and a pleasure to share the ring with him, and to have such a good fight as we did.
Who was the so far in your career? Who was your toughest opponent?
Um, Landy Lara, for real, hands down. I ain't never wanted the fight to be over so bad in my life. Then I did that Lara fight. Every fight, even the fights I lost, except for that fight, I'm more like, man, if I just had one more round. Like, man, if I just had one more round. For Lara, I'm like, man, what round is it? Damn, this is the eighth. God, man, this ain't over yet. Yeah, Lara, and it really was more mentally than physically. I had no answer. He was in my head, and he seemed like he knew what I was gonna do before I did.
I think he was still with Ronnie Shields at the time too, huh?
Yeah, he was still with Ronnie.
I'm pretty sure they watched a ton of game film on, you know what I'm saying, 503.
Yeah, man. So I seen that you down here in Houston training at Maine, man. But I thought you was originally from New Mexico training out there.
Yeah, I am
Did you make the
originally.
transition to Houston, and what brought you down south?
I did, man. I live here now. I moved out. I am from New Mexico originally. Been there my whole life, but now I'm a resident of Texas. I was born in El Paso, Texas, so technically I was always a Texan. New Mexico is right next door; it ain't too far. But honestly, there's a lot of factors that made me move. COVID being one of the major ones. Um, Situation with my son was another major one. Um, don't really want to talk about him or that because I ain't got nothing good to say, and I would never shit on my seat, in front of people like that. So, but family and Corona, New Mexico's been shut down, locked tight since the beginning of this COVID pandemic, and really all of my income revolves around the gym, whether my own training people. I got ATMs, vending machines that go in tattoo shops, parks and rec gyms, whatever. So when they shut down the gym, they shut down a lot of my streams of income, and they was wasn't letting up. The governor really wanted to make a statement by locking the whole city down, the whole state down. Meanwhile, Texas been wide open and doing well, as far as COVID's concerned. So we made the move, and so far this has been the best decision I made. I should have done this years ago.
How long have Bobby been your coach, and you've been training out of Houston?
I've been coming here since I was about 14, 15. Me and Bobby Band been rocking since then too. He's been in probably every corner except for I want to say 2 fights.
So, what fights were those? Who was in your corner then? Was it Aaron?
No, it was when I went with the Headbangers in DC, and I had
Oh,
Barry and Boogie for a few fights.
oh, okay.
Yeah, shout out to the Headbangers. Shout out to DC.
So how is it working over there at Maine? Because you got not only is it you over there, but you got a lot of big name fighters and a lot of top fighters, great fighters that people don't even know about. I know about them, but a lot of people don't know about them. That's over there at that gym.
Oh yeah, man. The work is pretty much unlimited. You see my babies, they just get in. The work is unlimited. We got, the likes of Regis Pro Gray in the building, Najee Aguilera. That's just to name a few. And then the up and coming talent is ridiculous. Like we stay with great work. So um, you know, you having a bad day in sparring, you still better bring it, or you're gonna be eating that leather. It's kind of the killer be killed environment. It's also that iron sharpens iron environment where we all just get better being around each other.
Yeah. Well, who do you spar with the most, or who give you the best work in the gym up
Well,
there?
they all give great work. Amon Williams is a real good fighter, real slick, good work. Trouble, Ralpho's another good, sparring strong dude. Regis, good work. Eduardo, good work. It's all good work. And I don't necessarily spar with just one person. You know, well, for this fight, I've been sparring with Eduardo style wise, but it's just whoever's available at the time or what they're looking for. Sometimes everybody ain't fighting a left-hander, so I don't necessarily have to give them some work, or I can't get that kind of work.
I get that. I get that. So, being that you over there at Maine, because it's a lot of guys over there at Maine, and it's a lot of coaches over there at Maine. I know, uh, just being over there in that environment. Do you do a lot of being that you are the veteran over there? Do you do a lot of helping with coaching, like some of the up and coming professionals?
Yeah, I'm always keeping my eyes out. I'm always giving advice when it's asked for. If I just see something, I say something, and I always try to just spread a little bit of knowledge if I got it. Or if I see they ain't figure something out, I'm like, look, I bet you can spread your legs or take a step with that shot, you figure it out. But there's definitely a lot of boxing knowledge in that gym. I mean, Bobby's been in the game his whole life, and we got Dwight Price, Coach Price there. That man, he knows boxing, inside and out.
Yeah, I'll be watching them. And salute to my brother K underscore that came in the building. He was real when I told him I had you coming through. He really wanted to come through. You one of his favorite fighters. So K underscore, go ahead, champ.
What's going on with you, champ? How you feeling this
I'm
evening?
good.
Whatever the time zone you in, man. You know what I'm
Yeah, I'm good, man.
saying? You know what I'm saying? I already said shout out to you and every damn thing. And I was listening in on the conversation, and I'm not trying to damn teeter off of what everybody was already talking about. You know what I'm saying? Based on the stage in your career at your age, what are you doing to, I guess, avoid long layoffs?
Yeah, I'm staying busy because look, man, my last 5 years of my career, and which is also equivalent to the last 5 fights,
Mhm.
I've had about a year layoff in between each one of those fights. And I mean, the type of fighter I'm a rhythm fighter, so the more reps I get, the better I am.
Mhm.
You can't have me off for a year and then have me come back and fight a killer. And that's what it was. It wasn't like I was getting off a year and then coming back and fighting a tune-up fight. Nah, I was off a year, came back, fought Jamal Charlo. Was off 17 months, came right back, fought Hurd.
Mhm.
And so on and so forth. Then the other Charlo, then Gaucher. And I don't want to say, I'm not one to make excuses. Like, if he was the better man that night, which they may or may not been, fine. But they didn't catch the best of me or even close to the best of me. I took them, as far as that they can be taken, and that was me out of the ring with Russ. So I want to stay busy because I feel like the people have yet to see the best of me because of my inactivity.
I can respect that.
What,
Taking my career in my own hands is the only way I'm gonna stay busy. When I'm sitting there begging for a fight, they only gonna give you a fight whenever it works for them.
Hmm.
So I just been like I said, I've made my last 2 fights happen. I'm really this next fight too. I made that happen.
Hmm.
So God willing, I can keep myself busy till I get that call.
what's what's been keeping you busy during COVID?
It was the kids, them not being in school, just the thought and the fact that I got to keep myself in some kind of shape because I feel like they're gonna call me as soon as COVID's over, whenever that might be. So I did a whole bunch of running. Like I said, though, the gyms were closed back in New Mexico. So it was probably like 6-7 months before I was even in the gym hitting the bag or even hitting mitts. I think I had to come to Texas for that. But, just the thought of I ain't done yet. I got a lot to show. But if I sit here and let this beer belly, or not even a beer belly, but this food belly get bigger over this COVID time, I'm going to cut my own time short, and I didn't want to do that.
On the dad bod, huh?
I'm trying to fight the dad bod. Even though when Andy Ruiz and Daniel Cormier, they were both champions at the same time. I remember the dad bod fad was in when those two dudes was champion.
You ain't lying. I get exactly what you're saying. 503, you there, Chip?
Yeah. I want to ask you, man, because I know you keep your eyes on the prize and you staying active, man. Is there any particular guy that you would like to fight from 147 to 154? Maybe a rematch with Charlo, Tony Harrison, Jerron Boots Ennis. I know you do a lot of business with PBC, so who you got your eyes on over there?
All of them. I mean, and to be honest, the one rematch that I really, really want right away, I want all of them, except for Laura. I ain't gonna lie, I don't want to fight Laura, and nobody wants to see me fight Laura. But I want to rematch all the L's I hold. But the one I want to rematch like right away is Hurd. That Jared Hurd fight, man. That's one that plays me because I know if my body didn't give up on me, I would have stopped that man, or definitely, been a undisputed world champion. But Jared Hurd is the rematch I want like ASAP. And if that couldn't happen, then yeah, I would love a Charlo, Jamel or Maul rematch. Mm-hmm. Looking forward, I would love to get in the ring with Thurman. He's looking for a fight. I think that's a perfect fight for me. Danny Garcia at 47 or 54, both of those fights.
Would you welcome him to the division?
I would love to welcome him to the division. I hope they sleeping on me enough that they take that chance. I would gladly welcome him into the division. In fact, I would deny him access to our division.
Okay, I got one follow-up question, and I'm gonna pass the mic. You said you really want Jared Hurd. What was it about Jared Hurd that night to where you felt like he got the TKO victory? Because I'm gonna say this, man, out of all your losses, man, I think he's like the only guy to ever stop you. So is that like something that's been eating at you?
Yeah, he's the only man that's ever stopped me, and that was, again, I feel like was when my coach asked, my coach was like, "Oh man, you taking a lot of punishment. I think I'm gonna stop." I said, "Nah, give me another round." And then the ref heard him, was like, "What'd you say?" And his ass repeated it, and I'm like, "Nah, why'd you repeat that?" And then when the ref asked me, "Do you want to continue?" I said, "Yes, I want to continue. I want to continue." Then the doctor heard our talk and was like, "Oh nah, he wants to stop it. I'm gonna stop it." So they stopped it. I didn't want to stop it. I felt like he gave all he could, trying to take me out that last round. He couldn't. So if I popped up that next round, I think his heart would have been gone with it. But that's neither here or there. Stoppage is stoppage. My coach could have saved my life. Who knows, right? We don't know. I could have been at the end of my rope. Another round could have killed me. I can't talk about woulda, coulda, shoulda, but I do know if I had a fight at least 6 months before that fight, I would have stopped that man within the 8th or 9th round. I was coming off a 17-month layoff and was fighting that killer. And again, that's the one fight that I really want. Not to mention, Jared Hurd's big ass be walking around 225 easy. I don't know how this man makes 154. Naturally, I don't care. I want him to run that back at 154. And I guarantee with activity, that man will not be able to stand in there with me for 10 rounds, 12 rounds.
I'm going to be honest with you. You was winning that fucking fight before.
I was whooping his ass. I wasn't just winning that fight. I was whooping his ass. And then my body just gave up. Now, granted, he is the one that took the ass whooping, and he is the one that kept coming. So just to sit there and act like it was my coach's fault or it was my bias, no, it was Hurd's fault. That I was not able to continue. He was tough. Da 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 da. Give me activity. Like even now, I haven't fought since February. This is still about a year more activity than I had when I fought Hurd.
But shit, that's 2 fights this year though.
February, yeah, that'll be August. This fight coming up will be my second fight this year.
So what's the biggest thing about this opponent you got coming up, Alejandro Davila? I don't know anything about him. I never even heard of him.
He's tough. He come from the school of Mexico where, he's going to give more than what he can give. And he's going to take all he can. I know I got to be in shape. I know I got to be sharp. I can't sit there and just get in a firefight with his ass. That would not be beneficial to me at all. I got to use all the skills that I possess, which, honestly, I feel if I use half the skills I possess, we'll be all right. I just have to use more grit. I don't want to use no grit. I just want to use skills that come out clean so I can fight right away back in October. You feel me?
I completely understand. What is it? So you say he's somebody you don't want to get into a firefight with him. So he is somebody that's coming with power, probably one of those walk you down type fighters.
Yeah, he's gonna walk down, throw a whole bunch of shots, try to get me to stay still. But from what I see, my footwork is gonna be the key to not just getting in and out of trouble, but to get around him and get him in trouble.
Okay. KG.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. As long as you stay moving, because he kind of pulled Laura into that same fight with him. You know what I'm saying? Laura wanted to get into the phone booth with him and stayed in the pocket, and I was wondering why. You know what I'm saying? So maybe because he is a big body. You know what I'm saying? You said you wanted to revisit that fight. What about the Gaucher fight that ended in a split draw?
Oh, I love that rematch too. Gaucher's told me numerous times personally, we don't need to do that no more. I'm like, yeah, because I got activity now. I was off a year before I fought you, homie. I was like, let me get some activity. Or matter of fact, now that I fought you, we had a draw. There's my activity. Let's do it again in 2 months. You know what I mean? But he's like, no, I already won that, John. I don't need to prove nothing. I'm like, you kind of do. You kind of do because you didn't technically win. You got a draw. And, you can call it however you want to see it. But, again, give me activity. I will stop Gaucher's ass, too. And y'all saw at the end of the fight, from round 8 to 12, that was on me. And that's because that rust finally came off.
We got to get you active, man. You want to look on
yourself,
man.
Especially at this run, I feel like I'm in the prime of my career. And if I don't hit it with the ground running type deal, then I'm going to still be saying woulda, coulda, shoulda. And I'd hate to have any regret, leaving the game.
Yeah, man. Can't leave nothing on the table.
I feel that. 503.
Yeah, I want to ask, man, because I just checked out your Instagram, and you was at the Soul Food Vegan spot, man. So are you completely vegan? And if so, man, how does that feel with your training and your nutrition? Do that make you feel better? Because it's ironic, our brother, Mr. K _, he's a vegan as well. He don't eat meat.
That's what's up. No, I'm not fully vegan.
Okay.
I'm more so vegetarian.
Me too.
Than vegan. But my daughter, she is fully 100% vegan. And here in Houston, there's not a lack of vegan restaurants, so we just trying to tour and see all the places we can eat. For us too, because we'll hit up those vegan spots as well. But honestly, I feel better now that I stopped eating meat. My weight is great. That's why I've been able to touch 47 the last 2 fights. Weight's good.
Wow.
I've been able to make weight easier at 35 than I was at 27. And that's fact. I was hurting at times making the weight. And it's because of discipline, really. Discipline between fights, discipline during the fight. I learned that if you master your diet, that's the first step of mastering self. So I started trying to put that to test because I want to master self.
So do you have a dietitian or nutrition, or do you do everything yourself?
I mostly do it myself. I did have a nutritionist They, what they introduced to me was really more just the raw vegetables, which I don't enjoy, but yeah, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it was pretty much confirming everything that I was doing anyway. Now I just add the raw to it, and we get the benefits from it.
Mm-hmm. Your mind feels clear too, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. It's like you wake up. It's like you can just nothing clouding your judgment, nothing
Not at
weighing
all.
on
You have
you.
a clear vision of what you got to do for the day. It
You
helps
don't
with my meditation because my mind's not going everywhere or not going to toxic places. It's kind of
Mm-hmm.
sticking to the places I need to focus on. If you are what you think, getting control of your thoughts is how you can get control of yourself as well. And since I stopped eating meat, it's been easier to control my thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
you
And
know
can I say something real quick? I'll stay ready. And that's another thing. You said you hang out in the gym and you be passing out gyms to the little young bulls and shit. Um, Based on that aspect alone, like when I talk to young fighters, I tell them when I'm talking boxing, don't just grab boxing. I'm talking life to you. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? So
facts.
when you're talking to those guys, you're speaking to them, you're allowing their mind to let them know you need to be mentally strong when it comes to this because the guys on the panel know I'm big on how guys face adversity. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
You faced adversity well in your career, you know what I'm saying? But you still been on the shorter end of the stick based on who you were fighting, you know what I'm saying? In certain cases, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
you never fold or you never damn just said, know what I'm done. You get what I'm saying? So
And I'm still here,
that'll
and I'm still here with all the faith that I'm gonna do it again, whether they
exactly,
like it
you
or
know what
not.
I'm saying? And you got a clear mind now based on meditation, having a clean diet, you know what I'm saying? Because that alone, I guarantee you, you know what I'm saying, going forward with the rest of your career, you know what I'm saying, your fights are going to play out a lot better even if them, you know what I'm saying, you might have some, you know what I'm saying, BS judges on, you know what I'm saying, on your hands, or you might have home cooking or something, you have a clear conscience and they're actually knowing what's going on in these fights. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, right. Yes, sir.
good shit. Hey, matter of fact, well, I'm pescatarian myself. I'm gonna have to shoot you some of them some vegan spots to see if you been to all of them.
Yeah, man. If you please, I'll take all the recommendations. I'm new here.
I know it. I know it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna ask you something because uh, KG just put something on my mind. Out of all the fights all the fights that you've lost, was it any of them that you feel that you won and the only reason that you lost because of that person's name and clout they brought to the fight?
Shit, Canelo, man. I already ruined the Cotto Canelo fight by being Cotto. He was not about to let me ruin Mayweather Canelo fight. So that was the first and foremost. Then Jamal Charlo, I feel like I dominated. I won easily 6-12, and I had 1 or 2 rounds in the beginning. I felt like I know he's a champion, but I felt like I won that fight. Close fight, but I felt like I won it. All right,
Jamal or Jamel?
Jamal,
Jamal. Okay.
the first Charlo I fought.
Okay.
And I felt without the knockdowns, one of those knockdowns was bullshit. I could have at least pulled a draw out with the second male.
Was
But
that the one that looked like you slipped and almost went through the ropes?
yeah, yep, that's the one.
I don't watch so many of your fights. Coming up, man.
I appreciate that. But those were all close fights that I felt like if it was my name on the other side, like if for instance, if the fight played out the same way, except it was switched, it was Charlo that received the way it was, they would have still gave him that fight. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I don't remember the cards. I just remember the fight
It
because
was
it
like
was a great fight. I'm not gonna lie, that was a great fight. It was a lot of back and forth, and I do that drop. I think that drop is what won him the fight.
it did. Even looking at the cards, it was because there was it was that knockdown that put him up. I want to say by a point.
All right, 503.
Yeah, I want to ask you this, man, before we get up out of here. You trained and lived in New Mexico basically the majority of your career, but now you're down here in Texas, man. Um, Training in New Mexico and in Houston, which is more hotter, in your opinion? New Mexico, Texas.
Well, so it's different, man, because we got that dry heat, but it gets to be what 106, 107 in Las Cruces. So it's like 106, 107 Las Cruces, but no humidity. Out here it's like 95, well, 99, 100, but 100% humidity. I'm gonna go with Houston. I mean, maybe just because I'm used to the dry heat, but this humidity, you can't escape it, man, and you can't breathe either.
Do you think training in this type of heat actually helps you better, especially when in the ring, and it helps your breathing and it helps your gas tank in the fight?
Absolutely. Now I'm a profuse sweater, so I sweat a lot, and in the gym where there's no air conditioning and it's even more humid because these assholes be closing the window and everybody's sweating in this gym, it's hard to breathe and it's hard to even function. Like by round 8, you're definitely depleted. So if you can, thug out those extra 4 rounds, once you're in a venue, them lights ain't gonna be nothing. You know what I mean? You're gonna have air conditioning in the venue. Them lights ain't hotter than my gym. So I'm looking forward to training in cooler, temperatures. Even
You're
though it's
not,
gonna be Dubai, which is like 110 itself, the hotel and the venue ain't gonna be 110.
you're not lying. Maine is hot as fuck. Every time I come in that motherfucker,
Yeah,
I know I lose 2 or 3 pounds walking up there. As soon as I get upstairs, it's a hot
man,
box.
and it's different because downstairs got the air conditioning. You go upstairs, it's like Satan's living room right there, man.
Bobby know what he doing over there.
He
Well, thank you
does.
for the insight, man. You prove my theory because we always debate like, uh, it's California hotter, Vegas, New
California.
Mexico, and Texas. So yeah, you gave me validation, man. Appreciate
Hey,
that.
Oh
Man,
man. Oh shit. What happened? I
I
think
don't
I
know. He
think
dropped
Champ
out.
fell off.
Yeah. Now Phoenix was hot as shit when I used to be training out there running the mountains. Man.
I think he'll be back.
Uh,
Let me hit him real quick. He might have got a phone call.
Yeah, probably so. Probably so.
But
Yeah,
man,
y'all drop some questions in the chat.
y'all
Y'all got
drop
some
some questions
questions.
in the chat. He'll be back.
Yeah.
He'll be back. He probably just got a phone call as soon as he get on. Oh yeah, he said he dropped signal. He in the trash area.
Oh, okay. I wonder. I gotta ask him is this fight gonna be on TV?
Yeah. I don't know. Uh let
Cause
me look at
I damn sure want to watch it.
it's no, it's promoters Kareem a car. It's gonna be in Dubai. So I don't know. I don't know. But it's gonna be a damn good one. Open scoring and Canelo got to prevent defense after him. Hey, oh yeah, coach, we already asked him. That was one of the first questions I asked him. I had to ask him about
Yep.
that Canelo fight, coach. It was a great fight. You watching in the beginning, he'll tell you it was that open scoring. 'Cause I ain't never heard of that before. That's the only fight I've ever heard of that in. Period. What up with it to lead?
Yeah, we already asked him that. Winston Lee about the toughest fight. It was
It
Laura.
was Laura.
Laura.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
Laura.
Laura.
Laura was his toughest fight. He said he said that's the only person he wouldn't rematch.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Laura done got older and lost a step. I think it'll be a good fight right now.
Yep.
Lord be standing in front of him now.
Yeah.
You
Oh
know what
yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah. He probably could beat Laura now, man. But Laura just, yeah, man. I tell people all the time, man. Boxing in Cuba, man. Boxing school of Cuba is tough, bro. It's tough.
It is.
That's
And
why
look,
I'm always impressed when dudes in the amateurs beat Cubans because they got like the toughest style.
yeah, looking at them guys in Cuba right now in the Olympics, Cuba's gonna get a
Yeah.
gold.
Oh yeah. Oh
They're
yeah.
gonna get they're gonna get a couple of them. So
Yeah. That's why I'm trying to see what Keyshawn gonna do tonight. Hopefully he can get back from with Andy Cruz in the Olympics against Cuba.
yeah,
Laura lost to Brian Castano. Well, yeah, well,
Yeah,
I feel like Castano got him. You know what I'm saying? But it was a draw. Castano, I wanted to ask him about Castano too. I'm gonna ask him
yeah,
about Castano when he come back on because Castano is a tough fight for anybody. But I'm pretty sure he'll fight Castano if given the opportunity.
yeah. I think so too. I really think uh, if they move him right, then he'll. I think that he could actually come back and be a contender again before he retire.
Mm-hmm.
Because if y'all see him in the gym working, he be training his ass off, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he works with he works with everybody in that gym.
Mm-hmm. I be seeing him. He be giving game to Lil Jiffy.
Yep, he be working with Jiffy too.
Yup.
We still working. We still waiting on him. We still waiting on him. But I ain't gonna lie, I can't wait till this fight. It's only 2 weeks away. I hope they do show it on TV, but it'll probably be something early,
Yeah. Probably so.
like the zone or something. I don't know. I am gonna ask him, even if he don't jump back on. I'm gonna ask him about the fight. Is it gonna be televised? Where can we catch it?
Right.
Yeah, Laura lost. Laura definitely lost. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. They call it a draw, but I still think he lost.
Mm-hmm. I feel like Castano beat him. Castano, that's why I say Castano is a tough fight for anybody, bro. Just off his activity and his like he like a Argentina bull. He just keep coming forward with throwing punches. That's why Mel looked it bad against him. You know what I'm saying? He make anybody look bad, bro. That's why I was trying to tell people Castano ain't no bum. He just
Yeah.
don't got a name like that.
He
You know what I'm
made a
saying? But
name. He fighting Charlo in his last fight. He made a name for himself. He gained a
yep,
lot of fans.
goddamn right. Got a fan. He definitely got a fan in us for sure.
The,
That's why I think
go ahead.
if he go to Australia and beat, I think he beat Tim Zoo. Me personally.
Shit, I do too. I think he knocks Tim
Yeah.
Tszyu out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all. He said Brian Castano is the Sean Porter at 154. I disagree because he fights in spurts. Sean Porter throwing his hands the whole fight. He's not. Sean Porter is like that person that just doesn't stop. I don't give a damn if you knock him down or whatever. He's gonna keep coming. Period. And he fights rough. Brian
Yep.
Castano don't. He fights in spurts. You can see he takes breaks in the middle of rounds and shit like that. That's not a Porter type fighter to me.
Yeah, and then Sean Porter is a very good boxer too.
And great
He's
footwork.
got better. Yeah, he's got better with his boxing. You know what I'm saying? And these last little couple of fights I've seen him boxing more like with Danny, and he was boxing real good with EJ. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And Formella, he looked
yeah,
good against Formella too.
he really did. And I'm not gonna lie. In that Ugas fight, when I went back and watched it, Sean Porter was boxing pretty damn good in that fight. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I guess when I originally watched it and we were talking about how bad he looked. I guess it's because we so used to him fighting one way. When he did something different, we just like that ain't him. He's not looking good. But when you go back and watch it, he was actually boxing pretty damn good. If you look at it with an unbiased mind and take away what Sean Porter has done in the past, he was boxing pretty damn good. KG,
No.
I said you quiet over there, man.
No, man, I'm over here eating. I jumped on. Remember, I told you I had cooked something, trying to eat something. I said, "Shit, ain't nobody on. Ain't nobody said I'm gonna let y'all cook, so I'm eating."
You were listening.
Yeah, I had to sneak in my little. I went to Chick-fil-A trying to get me a little lemon kale salad. They don't even sell the salads no more, man. I had to get me a little chicken sandwich.
Man, that
You know
should
what I'm
be
saying?
that should be letting you down, man. Because Cadobas, they got this damn salsa that they used to have on the menu. Get there, mouth damn set on it. Oh, we ain't got that no more. Like, bro, why y'all still got it on the menu?
Yeah, man. That's why I'm like, y'all got the signs up about the salad, but then I say, man, let
Uh,
me get a salad. They ain't got the motherfucking salad. I say, God damn. Shit. You know what I'm saying, but it's all good. You say Porter beats Castano at 54? I don't know, bro. That's a 50-50 fight, man. Sean Porter, tough fight for anybody, man.
See, the thing is with Castanos, Charlo gained his respect. When he got his respect, that's why the Castanos didn't have the output that he usually has. It was respect there. So if you can get respect, you can lower that output. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can lower that output. That output can go down. You know what I'm saying? I think when he fought Charlo, that was the best Castano I think we was going to get. Because if they dare do a remix, I think them Charlo cleans them up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Early.
because you're going to get a completely different Charlo in that fight.
Exactly. I think
And,
because he
Yep.
still has more gears. He still has more gears. Castanos, like I said, I think that was the best Castanos we was going to see that night.
and I'm not going to say Sean Porter beat Castano yet because I don't even know what Sean Porter going to look like at 154. He's
Yeah, me
been
too,
at these
bro.
lower weight classes so long. Y'all
Yeah.
got to think about it. That 7 pounds is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And he's so used to fighting welterweights, man. You know, you go up to another weight class, man. Them dudes hitting harder, they bigger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They leaning on you a little bit more. You
Mm-hmm.
know. So
I'm gonna give you an example. Kieran Davis, he took his first loss. The 2 losses he got, he said he got when he was at 154. He fought at 168. He said 154 is different.
yeah, man, that's a Shark Tank. That's why shit, man. When you think about it, man, Austin Trout, bro, for him to still be at a high rate and fighting at 54 this long, bro,
Yeah,
like you gotta respect that, bro. Because a lot of dudes they can't last. They don't last the test of time at 54.
they damn
You know
sure
what I'm
don't.
saying? You see shit, J Rock and goddamn Tony Harrison that we see Hurt. They kinda on the decline. You know what I'm saying? They kinda gotta rebuild a little bit. But shit, Austin Trout, shit, he's still in the mix, you know. So
One problem with her messed himself up. Her was fighting at 160. He shouldn't have never fought that fight at 160. That should have been a fight at 154. He should have been more disciplined to make the weight, but he stopped working with his strength and conditioning coach and went to Colorado to work up there and a mile up there in that mile high environment, and it's not the same. How you gonna be training in the heat down here in Texas and then go up there to mile high in a different environment, and I think it was still cold at the time too, and then you come back for your fight and your fight is in the heat. Like that didn't make any sense to me, and I think part of that is took toll on him.
mm-hmm.
Like environments matter when you're in these fights too.
Yep. Because he trained in a motherfucking in Denver. Then he came back down to Florida and fought in Florida. So I was like,
Yeah,
you know, I don't. That was just a bad move. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But like I say, shit. Hopefully, I would like to see Trout get a rematch with him too,
yeah,
if
definitely.
possible.
I ain't
It's
gonna lie.
it's another thing being in that damn 54 Shark Tank, being a slick boxer and being able to
Yep.
maintain, you know what I'm saying, stand on your square there. That's kind of hard to do because everybody there, we talk about them, they killers. You know what I'm saying?
Looking
Hmm.
Winston Lee said Porter would not fight on the ropes like Charlo did. That I can't guarantee you because you don't see Porter on the ropes much at all.
You can get them there late in fights.
Yeah. And if you do, he gonna try to turn you.
Yeah.
So yeah. What's up, OG Eric? What's up? Well, appreciate you coming through. I think, man, I'm really interested to see what's going to happen with the Sean Porter Terrence Crawford fight, man. Uh, I'm real interested in it. Like I hear all the doubters saying the fight's not gonna happen and things like that, but Sean Porter said they gonna let the negotiation take place. Bob Arum said he's gonna make sure this fight happens. This is gonna be a pay-per-view fight now. If it do good numbers, don't know. Is it a damn good fight? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I think this is gonna be a great fight. I think it's the probably outside of Pacquiao Spence, it's the best fight to be made at 147. Literally. I think matchup wise, I'm not speaking on accolades or who got belts and things like that. I'm speaking on just straight fights, dogs. I think Sean Porter is a dog that's it's fit to be rough. It's fit to be rough for Terrence Crawford in this fight.
But we got to see if damn Showtime can actually show up in a big fight, because you know those are the fights that he ends up getting edged on. But he gets edged. He's not getting blown out by nobody. That's the
Yeah,
crazy thing about it. Yeah.
yeah. He didn't get blown out by Keith Thurman. He didn't get blown out by Spence.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't get well. That Kell Brooks fight wasn't no blowout, but it wasn't close either. Kell Brooks bullied the shit out of shit. He bullied the bully. So that was a different fight.
But that's when damn Sean Porter was trying to get maybe 150 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns per game. Special K ain't got no smoke for him at all right there. Well, he ain't got nothing for nobody.
Yeah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. I'm waiting on Austin on, man. He didn't got into a bad area and can't come on. We'll probably have to come through and finish it up again, do a part 2 to this, because that was a great. I ain't gonna lie to you. I really enjoyed talking to Austin Trout, man. If y'all ain't just sitting and have a conversation with him, I really do enjoy talking to this man. That's why I had to bring him on, especially ahead of his fight that he got coming up. And I'm gonna make sure I support it when he do drop. I know KG was enjoying it.
Yeah, man.
When we get him back on, I'm gonna hit you.
Okay, that's what's up.
Winston Lee said Kell Brook was holding this the whole time. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something. And Coach Derek, Coach Collinsworth is in the chat. He could test to this. If you got a fighter that's holding and you still punching in the holes, them judges is watching that.
Yeah.
And if you're on one corner and the judge see you getting hit, that judge is gonna score for the person that's hitting, that's letting them hands go in a hold or not. And Kell Brook had a smart tactic. He throw that 2-piece, because them 2 pieces was straight down the pipe. Jab straight. I'm talking about straight down the line and grab. He did that the whole fight, but it worked.
Mm-hmm.
If you see he's doing that, make adjustments. If you can't make the adjustment, I don't know what to tell you. That's on you and your coach.
That's the school of Vladimir Klitschko and Andre Ward. Punch, grab.
Man, ain't it though?
Yep.
Ain't it? And Brooke, man, I ain't gonna lie, that we done seen it happen multiple times. Them ain't the only fighters that did it, but shit, if you got a rough and tough fighter like Sean Porter, you probably do the same goddamn thing. Score them points and then grab, let the ref break you up, get up out of there. Let's reset. That's all that was. As soon as the ref grab you, reset. Wait for him to try to lunge in, 2-piece, pop out, grab. You know what I'm saying? Tangle up. Hook his on. Shit.
Mm-hmm. That's where all the pulling and pulling come from.
Go while you got it, huh?
I said that's where all the pulling and pushing come from. All the dirtiness come from. That's where all that shit come from.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But man, I tell y'all what, we're gonna go ahead and get on up out of here, because I don't know what happened.
He did it to Klitschko. Yep. Yep.
That was the most boringest fight out, man.
But Theory beat him with his damn own style.
Yeah. I watched the fight again after the fact too, and it was hard for me to watch that fight.
Yep. Fell asleep on his waist.
Damn.
Yep.
But man, we're gonna go and get up out of here. KG, tell them how they fight you. Give me some last words, man.
Shit, man, I want to appreciate the link. You know me, I get that itch, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate it, you know what I'm saying? Austin Trout, man, you know what I'm saying? When you pull back up for this part 2, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to jump back in, man. We can cook some more. Appreciate your time. 503, man, you know what I'm saying? Salute, you know what I'm saying? Stay ready, salute. I'm one half of Supreme Beast Boxing Talk. You know what I'm saying? The fellas still call me KG, though.
Yes, sir. 503 closers. All right, champ. 503 over there, bro.
Yes, sir. I was had to run to the mute button right quick, man. But salute to everybody that came through, showing love, man. We just having a great interview with Oscar No Doubt Trout, man. The utility man at 154, the former champ. You know what I'm saying? He got a fight coming up in a couple more weeks, man. We're going to keep y'all updated. And hopefully we can talk to him again. Stay Ready definitely coming through with the bangers. And that's why I say Big Bro the glue of this shit. He hold it down in a real major way, man. So y'all support. You know what I'm saying? Hit the super chat. You know what I'm saying? Cashapp. Share the video. Smash the like button. I mean, that don't cost you nothing. You know what I'm saying? We're giving y'all all these exclusive interviews with Austin Trout, Regis Prograde, the A-League, Ali, the Quinn Randall. You know what I'm saying? Anything Houston, man, we own it. You know what I'm saying? So, got to big up my bro for that. Give me flowers like and smell them, man. You know what I'm saying? It's been another ringside views, man. Brought to you by usual suspect, Houston hard hitters, and the LDBC, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy 503 Line, man. One half of the Houston hard hitters. We gone, man. H-Town for real, too.
H-Town for real, man. Appreciate everybody coming through. And y'all know it's your boy Mac, StayReadyBoxingTV. You ain't got to get ready if you stay ready, man. Peace.
It's finally here, calling all cigar enthusiasts, brands, and lounges. Labor Day weekend, Saturday, September 4th, 5 Stakes Investment Group brings you the Garcella Cigar Music Festival. For the first time ever, we're bringing together over 30 cigar brands and vendors with the DFW's hottest cigar lounges. And that's not all. That evening, we're rocking out to the soulful sounds of Tony.
Yeah.
Tony.
Let's get personal. Me and you.
Kiki White.
We'll be loving till the break of day.
Road James.
Someone give me that green light.
Performing the Cupid Shuffle live. Cupid. Hosted by comedian D. Ellis. Limited reserved and lawn seating. So get your tickets today at Garcella.com. GARCHELLA.com. Saturday, September 4th, Labor Day weekend at the legendary DFW South Fork Ranch. Be there.
Who the hell is interrupting my kung fu?
You ain't gotta get ready if you stay ready. You ain't gotta get ready if you stay ready. Stay ready been down with me since day one, baby. Stay ready, let's go, baby.
Already.